Welcome back to Midday in the Kitchen with Made with Love, Delectable Edibles. We are chopping up some vegetables and some Brussels sprouts. I didn't know you could get Brussels sprouts right now. I tried to look for them because I had a turkey randomly about a week ago. And I guess I wasn't shopping at the right store.
I was at Cooper's Foods this morning.
Cooper's Foods.
They had Brussels sprouts.
Good to know. And then you're tackling a squash of some sort.
I'm tackling a squash.
What kind?
You know what? It's a curry squash, I believe, Alex. Is
nice.
that
Red curry,
Red curry, yeah.
Very nice.
So you could do this recipe with any vegetable, really, really. It's kind of the secret vegetable haters recipe book. So if you have someone in your life who thinks they don't like vegetables, today's episode is for you. Because
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts is a pretty steep order for people who don't like vegetables, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what you got.
So all we're doing is basically sauteing squash and Brussels sprouts with our red pepper spice blends. And this can be super easy, actually. I'm prepping the squash right now. We actually peeled it, and then we halved and seeded it, and I'm cutting it now so it'll be in squares. And then we're just gonna saute it with a tiny bit of olive oil with some butter added and our red pepper spice blends.
That is quite a cleaver you're working with.
Absolutely. It's good for the squash, actually. You get a bit of torque happening.
Sure. And it's quite a healthy meal or side dish, if that's what we would call it.
Absolutely.
Because you're getting some great vitamins and minerals, but again, quite good for you. And that red pepper, I know how it's going to taste. It's going to be delicious with that in it.
And we're basically doing this to give you some better options for Christmas sides, because everybody is really familiar with the soggy, sort of brown Brussels sprouts and the not so tasty squash, or that sort of the over-sweet marshmallow yams of Christmases gone by. And we thought, you know what, it's time for an update. And something that's really simple for people to do. So these Brussels sprouts, rather than boiling them and making them soggy and kind of like old sad cabbage, we're going to just quickly pan fry them in a little bit of olive oil and the red pepper spice blend, and then finish them with a bit of butter. And so this is going to give you a really nice caramelized flavor rather than the soggy overcooked veggie syndrome.
Fantastic. So do you wait to add these, or do they all go in at the same time?
We're actually going to just do them separately here.
Okay, I didn't realize.
And that way, that will account as well, too, for just the different sizes and making sure they all come in together rather than having to do one pot of some things cooked and other things not quite so well cooked.
So snow for you guys last night, first time?
Yeah.
A little shoveling? Oh, look at how excited she is. Isn't that nice? That's nice. I can't say I was jumping for joy when I pulled out the shovel. Were you shoveling?
I was driving during the first of the snowstorm, and man, was it hard. Like, we have winter tires, and it was like driving on grease roads. I made sure to phone my friend who was planning on going shopping to tell her she really didn't want to go shopping last night. But when we drove into the driveway, and our whole yard looked like a marshmallow world. It,
made you
my
happy.
heart pretty happy.
Okay, that's good. I'm sure the kids are thrilled too. I know mine are as well.
Totally, yeah.
I think we have, we're pretty much ready to throw to a break. We're just gonna let these keep frying up. We're gonna add the red pepper spice blend in a little bit. Madewithlove.ca, check them out. They've got fantastic recipes. I'm very sure this one must be on there. We're in the kitchen with Made with Love Delectable Edibles, and we are going to make a vegetable lover out of people, even with Brussels sprouts, Alexandra says. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's going to be wicked good.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's all about the spice, and I'll be honest, I love both of these vegetables, so I know it's a winner. For anybody who likes a Brussels sprout or squash, the red pepper spice blend is a really nice addition. It just gives it that little something unique.
So what we did in the break when you guys were gone is we added just enough water. So I browned the Brussels in oil to just get a little bit of caramelization on each of them, and then added enough water just to give sort of one thin layer across the bottom of my pan. And that's almost gone. So I've added a couple tablespoons of butter. Oops. And I'm gonna give my red pepper a poke and get a couple tablespoons of red pepper in here. So for any of you watching, the reason you need to poke the spices and get them out of the bottles is because we order our ingredients with no free-flowing agents. So there's no silicon dioxide, no sort of alternative anti-caking agents in there. So it's chemical-free, which is actually very unusual in the spice industry, even for organic products. But you need to poke it to get it out of the bottle. And so Susan's got it going awesome there. We've got the red pepper, about 2 tablespoons, and then about 2 tablespoons of butter. And that's just gonna start caramelizing for a minute. And then we're finishing up on the squash on the other side.
Yeah, and so we've done the same thing here. We're just reducing with the water, making sure the squash hasn't burned to the pan. And we're gonna do exactly the same thing. The butter and the red pepper spice blends. And you could do these together. You'd have like the most fabulous looking dinner, like with the contrast.
The colors are beautiful, right?
Beautiful colors, beautiful flavor.
So again, about 2 tablespoons of butter to finish with, and about 2 tablespoons of the red pepper spice. And I'm eyeballing it because I've measured.
How many times have you done this?
1,000 times.
Maybe 2,000. So I don't blame you.
2 tablespoons looks like 2 little mountains. So I was a little bit short on that last pour. We'll get that in.
Yeah. And so this makes an amazing side, as we were suggesting, for like Christmas dinner. You could do it with beef or chicken or whatever. Do it on rice, and you'll love it.
I made a mess of the stovetop. I want everyone to be aware of that. Quick look now at our plated finished product. It looks gorgeous, nice colors, great for Christmas, you guys.
Yeah.
And it really does take the veggies to an absolutely amazing level. I've had people come to the house and eat zucchini, swearing the whole time that they hate zucchini and it shouldn't taste good.
Fantastic.
But the red pepper does it.
Yes, it does.
And if you'd like to taste it, we'll be at Cooper's Food on Lansdowne Street today.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
all right.
Cooper's Foods.
Madewithlove.ca, we're out of time. Thanks for being here. See you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.